So guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to this 84 rated League MLS Villalba review. Now, before getting into things, I do have to point out the fact that, yeah, I sound a bit different to normal. I've been ill for the past few days, that's why there hasn't been too many uploads on the channel, but I can't go like 3 days without uploading, so I'm going to force myself to make this video. So I do apologise for the commentary in advance, but hopefully you guys can stick with me throughout this video. In this video, obviously we're going to be trying out this new League SBC item to see if it is worth picking up. Now, I completed the MLS League SBC as quickly as I possibly could, and the rewards I had the choice of were Villalba and Acosta, and I've gone for Villalba. But if you want to see me review the other player Acosta, let me know by leaving a like rating on this video, and I'll get that out as soon as I possibly can. Anyway, really don't have too much to say, so let's just get into things, shall we? This is the team I'm going to be using this guy in. I'm going to start him as a right winger, but I'm also going to try him as a striker and as a right attacking mid, so we'll see how he does in them roles. Okay, now let's take a closer look at this item, and to be fair, for an 84 overall, the card actually doesn't look that bad. He's got a 4-star weak foot and 4-star skills, which is great to see on a winger, and he's also got absolutely insane pace. He has a 97 rating for both acceleration and sprint speed, and in game I'm expecting this guy to feel pretty freaking quick, so yeah, be interesting to see what he's like. Other in-game attributes to talk about, in the shooting section we can see he's got really good shot power of 96 and decent long passing of 86. His finishing rating on his base card actually isn't that great though, it's only 79 rated, so we're going to use a sniper chem to give that a plus 15 boost. The passing department looks okay. He's got a good short passing rating of 81 and decent curve of 84, but his crossing rating of just 70 really isn't that great for a winger in Ultimate Team. Luckily, I don't cross too much, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue for me, but for those of you who have a crossing heavy playstyle, maybe this card won't be for you. In the dribbling department, this item has a 99 rating for balance, 97 agility, and 86 in-game dribbling, so some pretty good dribbling attributes worth noting there. Another stat I need to point out in this column is the composure. This guy's composure rating of 71 is not great at all, and even with the sniper chem boost, he only gets boosted +5, so his composure may be an issue. We'll find out when we get into the games. Physically, he's got good stamina of 88 and a pretty average strength for a winger of just 71. Overall though, I think this card does have quite a few notable attributes, and it'll be interesting to see how we get on with him in matches. So without further ado, let's get into some games and let's see how we get on with this item. Okay, so for Villalba's debut, this is what we face. It's a full UCL side that is playing in a 5-back formation, so I think it's probably fair to say my opponent's trying to complete one of the icon swap objectives. So yeah, let go. Ian Wright slides through ball. Villalba takes it round one man. Can he put the ball in the back of the net? Yes, he can. Tidy finish. And just like that, we have a very early lead. And he's rage quit. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get into another game pretty quickly. Up next for the MLS forward is this team. It's a full Bundesliga side, which features the likes of in-form Thorgan Hazard, Leon Goretzka, and also a road to Defano Mbabu, who is playing at left back. I'm coming up against some weird teams tonight. Looks for the run of Villalba, who's going to try and get past Mbabu, but that's not going to be easy because that Mbabu has some ridiculous physical stats. Villalba, who now has a chance to break, and not many people should be able to catch him with his 97 pace. Bangs it across the box, and my player for some reason just jumped over the ball. Why does that happen in FIFA? Why would Ian Wright not put that in the back of the net? Here's Righty, flicks the ball through. Villalba wins it, gets the shot away, and just like that, it is 1-0. That was actually a really nice goal. Hector linking up nicely with Ian Wright, gets on the end of the through ball, goes round one before slamming the ball into the side of the net. Zerka's going to slide the ball. Oh, mistake by my opposition. Now we've got a chance. Oh, Villalba's flicked it past one, but he cannot get it round Mbabu, who is so strong. Oh, nice bit of play. Villalba linking up nicely with the full team. Take the shot from distance, and it's not a bad effort, but I probably went a bit too early there. Zerka gets the ball down the wing. Here's a chance for Villalba now. He's going to be up against Mbabu, and he's done well to stay on his feet, but eventually we do lose possession after being pretty much crowded out. Okay, so the halftime whistle has just blown, and at the break we have ourselves a 1-0 lead. It's been a relatively even first half, as you can see. In the second half we are going to change formation though. We're going to go for something with a 2-striker formation, and we're going to put Villalba up front with Ian Wright. I'm thinking let's just go 4-1-2-1-2. Here's Ian Wright. He finds his new striker partner, who's going to try and get around Hernandez, but to no avail. Let's go, Villalba, get around your man, you're quick enough. Come on, you're quick enough. Showing good strength there and balance up against Hernandez. I know he eventually did lose the ball, but he battled with him quite a bit. And unfortunately, there is the full-time whistle. Sadly, this game has ended in a 1-1 draw. The second half really wasn't too eventful, but I would be lying if I said I'm not a bit annoyed not to have gotten the win in that match. How was Villalba in this match then? It was decent, to be honest. I definitely thought he was better in the first half. We got him on the ball a lot more in that first 45 minutes, and in general he's definitely a good player to look for when playing through balls with your midfielders. But yeah, that's enough of that game. Let's move on into another match. Up next for Héctor Villalba is this team. It is a really nice Premier League / La Liga hybrid, which also features a couple of other players. Yeah, just a really solid team for my opponent. This game could be our toughest test yet. Finds Villalba, who's going to try and get through this gap, and he's done so successfully. He puts the shot across goal. The initial shot is saved, but then he puts home the rebound. Look at that pace, by the way. He saw a gap and he was going straight through that gap. Tellez, long lane, Eder Militao just couldn't get a glove on him. Couldn't touch him. Zaha gets the ball out wide to Villalba, who's going to try and put it into the box. That's not a terrible cross, you know, but Semedo gets to it first. The halftime whistle has just blown, and at the break we have ourselves a 1-0 lead, and yeah, this game's been pretty tight. I'd say like the first 20 minutes were all me, but then the remaining 25 minutes of the first half has been pretty much all my opponent. So it was like a first half of two halves, which is obviously quite strange. But anyway, for the second 45 we are going to change formation. We're going to go into the 4-2-2, and we'll see how we do in this formation with Villalba and Ian Wright up front together. You know what? I'm actually going to sub off Wright, and we're going to bring on Aubameyang. We'll see how the two pacey forwards do up front together. Chance, Aubameyang and Villalba link up. Aubameyang puts it back inside, and Villalba bangs it into the back of the net. And we have regained our lead. Chance to break now. Here goes Sissoko, puts it down the line. I don't know if Aubameyang will get on the end of that. Or will he? He somehow has. He chips it inside, and Villalba, will he get another tap in? I say tap in, he blasts them into the back of the net, and he gets himself a hat-trick. Good supporting runs from Villalba, and I think now he's completed his hat-trick in this game. Oh, Aubameyang, really nice through ball. Villalba, is he onside? He is, gets the shot away. And there's the full-time whistle. We get ourselves the 3-2 victory, courtesy of a hat-trick coming from Héctor Villalba, and he was pretty good in that game, and I really did like his positioning and his support runs of Aubameyang in that second half. Anyway, that is the live gameplay now complete for you guys. I will play 1 or 2 more games with this item, but that'll do you for the gameplay. I'll see you in a second when we get into, the summary. Okay, so while we discuss this Villalba's performances in-game, in the background I'm going to show you guys the packs that I got for completing the MLS League SBC. Sadly, most of the reward packs are silver packs, so yeah, as you can imagine, I didn't get too many amazing players back, but nonetheless, hope you enjoy the packs, and if you've done the MLS League SBC, I hope your packs were better than mine. Anyway, let's move on and let's talk about this Villalba card. So, what's my verdict on this item then? Well, it's one of them cards that have a couple of notable positives, but it's also got a couple of notable negatives, and we'll get into them momentarily. So, let's start by breaking this card down into segments. Let's first talk about this guy's pace. As you can imagine, I've got no complaints about that. In game, this guy is absolutely rapid, both on and off the ball, but particularly off the ball, he is just so freaking quick, and obviously that's very pleasing. So for those of you who like to just play long ball regularly just put through balls and over the top through balls, you might really enjoy using this item. As you can imagine, also on the counter attack, this guy is absolutely lethal. When he gets into space, not many defenders are going to be able to catch him up. Positionally, I thought this card was decent as well. He made some really good support runs, and when I played him as a right forward and as a striker, his general positioning and run making was really pleasing. When I used him as a right wing though, he just didn't get involved too much, so if you're going to use this guy, definitely advise him as either an attacking mid, a right forward, or as a striker. In front of goal, how was this guy? Well, he's got a really good power shot on him. Like, his power shots are absolutely lethal off both his left and right foot, so obviously that was something that I liked. But his finishing is... it's not bad, but it's definitely not reliable. In front of goal, this guy just isn't a clinical finisher. And I think that's down to a combination of both his finishing not being the best and also his composure rating being very average. So definitely something to bear in mind. I'm not saying you can't play this guy as a striker, because you can. But if you're going to play him as a striker, I definitely advise him in a 2-striker formation, just so you've got someone to play off. Because when this guy is under pressure, if he's a lone striker, he's going to have no one to pass to. And when this guy is under pressure, he just isn't as effective. Anyway, moving on to his passing. His short passing was alright, his through balls were okay, and his crossing was okay. His passing as a whole is pretty average, to be honest, and there really isn't too much else to say about that. I didn't think his crossing was terrible considering the rating, but yeah, it's just not a player that I'd cross the ball into the box with regularly. Now we move on to his dribbling, which I really didn't have any problems with this guy's dribbling. He's got really good agility and balance, and on the ball he feels pretty freaking good. And with him having sniper chem, obviously his dribbling stats in game were boosted a bit. And I've got to be honest, I thought this guy felt really freaking good on the ball. Better dribblers than I will definitely get more out of this card, I think. Also, I have to mention that composure again. When this guy is under pressure when dribbling, he does take notable heavier touches. When he's in space, he feels fine, but when under pressure, he can come a bit unstuck. So once again, that composure does affect this item. Physically, I thought this card was alright, to be honest. Obviously, he doesn't have the best of strength, but he's got alright aggression, and he definitely does put up a fight for the ball. As you can imagine, though, up against like the higher level defenders, they are going to knock him off the ball rather easily. This guy's aerial ability is pretty much non-existent. He's got pretty average jumping, and he's 5'8", so he's not going to be winning too many headers. He does have really good stamina though, and I've got no complaints about that. This guy never seemed too tired for me. So overall, what's my verdict on this 84 rated item? I think it's an alright card, to be honest, but I don't think it's an amazing one. It's obviously got ridiculously good pace, and I really like the shot power, but the composure really can hurt this card, and that is a big negative for this item in my opinion. So with all that being said, do I think this card is worth getting? I really don't think it is, to be honest, just because of the price of it. I think at the current time, the MLS SBC is costing around like 100 to 150k, which I think is a bit too much for this item, and you really don't get too many great packs back. So yeah, unless you can do the MLS League SBC cheap, I probably wouldn't advise getting this item, because it's just not worth its current cost, in my opinion. There are better wingers that you can get in Ultimate Team for much less. Nonetheless though, I do think this is a relatively fun item to use, and if you like to abuse the cross goal shots like I do, you might like this card, because like I said, he's got a really good power shot on him. But would I use this card in Weekend League? No, I wouldn't, just because the composure doesn't let this item down quite a bit. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on the 84 rated Villalba item. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to drop a like rating on it in the comment section down below. Let me know if you've got any questions about this card. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.